Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing since I'm not qualified for live, for live updates and stuff. So, I'm gonna try this out here on my new iPhone. I'm Team iPhone now. Transfer over from Android for many moons. I want to come back. I'm just testing it here on a subject on. Maybe I could do it now. I'm just doing it now. The subject on what am my input on my opinion on marriage today. I mean, I had a show. That was my show early this morning, and also my Periscope on marriages today. Let me see, put that down. And my opinion. My opinion. Times change, y'all. Okay, let's keep it real. For real. Times have changed. People changed. What marriages today is not like my nowhere. Like how my grandparents was. Okay, or back in the 30s, 50s, 40s, 20s, whatever. Each time, even like you look on biblical days, unity changed. Everything changed, whether for the good or bad or worse, whatever. It's gonna change. Change is change. I would want to hope to be changed for the better. When you turn around and hear all these stuff about, oh, the divorce rate is so high and nada. You know, it kind of like make you feel like you know, we shouldn't make nobody feel bad. Why you saying the divorce rate? You need to put in time change. There's a time change. How people do things, how people love, where their commitment come in at. First of all, I want to say welcome everybody to my channel. I'm Kimberly Burke. I also have a blog talk, a show on Blog Talk Radio, Empowering Minds Just Talk. You might go check that out. In the background, I don't own this music. It's called this Streams by Byron Burke. This everybody like house music. I don't own none of the music that's going to be I'm playing in the background. Okay. I'm going to play some different thing. I'm mixing my guy name. Anyway, you ever heard that saying, it take a village to raise a child? Okay, yes. It doesn't take a village to raise a marriage. It take a village to destroy one. And that to be said, that means when you two get married, it's with you two. With each other. You're not getting married in the family. You're not getting married to the family. But, you know, for me being a Christian, and I'm a believer, I read the Bible, the Holy Bible. And one of the things I know I'm reading, remember in the Bible, is like the scripture, that you have to leave your mother and father and cleave on to your spouse, your mate. Not your kids, not your mother, not your father, not your teacher, preacher, whatever. And some people might mean well if they want to give you advice on your marriage. Some people might mean well, some people don't. You gotta be careful who you tell them to stay, who tell you to stay around. Be careful, because these people don't even know the whole story. There's two sides to each story. And you two got to work it out together, not work it out with everybody else. So a village destroys a marriage. You know, you're not raising, like with that, you said raising a village, take a village to raise a child. You right, yeah, because you're raising a child. In a marriage, you're not raising no children. Your husband not your child. And your wife is not your child. You will go through some things. You go through things. You're gonna go through some things. You're gonna get through some things. When it's right, when it's right. When it's wrong, seek counseling before anybody walk out their door. Because when you let somebody walk out their door, they say that that's gone. It's never over, but that's gone. It'll be hard to get that back. And it meant for them to walk on out. If you can't do it, can't do it. And people need to not make other people feel bad. Divorce could be such a blessing to some people. I know it blessed me. I'm happily divorced. I tell everybody, even say that too. And like I said, I don't hate. We don't hate each other. I think if we continue to stay, there's been resentment and some bitterness and stuff like that. But we succeeded. We success. We did a lot of we did business together in short period of time of in our marriage. But one, I known him before we got married. I've known him from my childhood. Okay. It's really the commitment change. You know, women looked at men differently back then. They did more things with the. They did things back then the women don't do nowadays. And the same thing with the men. There's a respect level. You know, walking across the puddle, they used to put the coat over the puddle and stuff. That women walk, they let the women get feet wet and stuff like that. Very particular over women back then. It's not like that nowadays. That's how it was then. And you might even have some people that level respect. Even the level of respect changed now. Dedication changed. Love changed. Everybody have their own definitions of love. What love's supposed to look like, feel like, smell like. How can you tell somebody that they're not showing that love you're looking for? You don't have no clue yourself. You don't even really love yourself, because when you always sound in a lot of my shows, you know, when you really love yourself and respect yourself, a lot of things that we wouldn't want to allow and accept. Right? Kind of glare, y'all. A lot of that we would not accept. I don't know where this glare come from. But you just would not accept it. That's it, point blank. Okay. But like I said, that's one of the reasons why the divorce rate is high. In the United States. Like, I can see why fixed marriages would be in other cultures. Because I'm on about compatibility with now. You know, you learn something in 2 marriages. You know, one, my first marriage, you know, he passed away, was killed by a drunk driver. And the second one, I was ended in divorce. And you learn some things. You know, people come in your life for a lesson, for a testing, for a reason, for a season, whatever. You're going to something. Is something, or it could be that person, or you could be in that person's life for preparations, for something, for the grandioso, for that person that come in your life. Could, you know, all sorts of things. You know, we have to kind of be careful. We said oh God, don't leave marriage. Be careful, people telling you to stay in some marriage, they don't even have no idea. I think I talked to when I was on Periscope, one of the viewers was saying that my commented that there's a lot of fronting. So when people bust out saying divorce after 20 years or 5 years and whatever, they're like, you know, they to outside world put this front like everything is good. Not everybody don't do that. A lot of people do that nowadays. Back then, no, people knew that it was wrong. Now people try to put a facade on because, you know, facades on like everything 100, and that's not the case may be. So now then everybody looks stupid. Everybody when you come out saying oh, you can really get a divorce. You know, now people started, condemning you. I mean, that's wrong. No. You don't know the whole story. You don't know the whole story. And level of respect is so low these days. Low, 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 low. People, the stuff that they say to each other and to their mates and stuff is like unheard of. But so, work on if you people that's getting married. I say, I was mentioning earlier that I was listening to some show, talk show, and I know I think it's a segment from part of a news segment, whatever, and they were saying that talking about the divorce rate, how high, it's like how high is it? Maybe if they do counseling before you get married. Now that's my first husband. He went counseling because he's like, you know what? He offered it. I was raised to be for marriage. That's how I was around my grandparents. I lived with my grandparents, and for part of my years in my life, early years to the 16. And they was first of all, I was always in my life. I had always have elders in my life. Okay, period. All right. They said that counseling they could stop a lot of this divorce rate. It could. It's something that one of my viewers, the sister said, she felt that individually to do counseling, then do counseling together. I agree. I said that. Yes, I agree. Some people need counseling individually. It's not the real reason why the marriage is so bad and messed up. It's not a we thing. It's a me thing. Hello. It's a me thing. The me thing try to mask by saying we. No, you got issues. And it had nothing to do with the person you married. Now it's gonna affect the person that you married, yes, because you might not know you that you a messed up person. You might not know what you're dealing with some things going on. A lot of people not being healed and delivered or whatever you want to call it from their past. They might be abused or something, so they're gonna abuse you in a marriage. A lot of people think that nowadays marriage is a cure-all, like Robitussin. I used to work for a doctor. Everything she prescribed. I hope she's not watching. Oh, I just give him Robitussin. Look at the leg hurt. She felt that Robitussin was a cure-all. Like people think marriage and cure-all. Like hey, let me do you a favor. Let's get married. Do a favor that maybe things, I think that getting married will make you feel like a woman or make you feel like a man or make you feel wanted. Let me go ahead and marry. No. And to love, this might be back then maybe people could live for love like they really love each other. But now it's like it had to be more than just love. It had to be love, dedication, be this, yada yada yada. When you saying you love somebody, it's gonna be a lot of things that come with it. It's not gonna be just I love you, I love you, I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Y'all live in a cardboard box or a shack. And if she said, I love you, I'm saying because I love you, I love you, I love you, but y'all struggling. It'd be like, person, we be years and 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 years. I'm talk people, see people on the streets, had couples and stuff, be on the street together, years and years, like, man, we've been going through, but we love each other. You don't hear that no more. You're not gonna hear that. It's like, yeah. It's like she said, reason why I stay with him because I love him. When I hear that, I stay because I love him. Then that makes me want to question, do you love you? Because I know how, if I'm more coming into more of my own, because after divorce, you have to recreate yourself. After anything, relationships, whatever, you have to recreate yourself. That you have to no bones about it. There's something you have to recreate. It's like you keep this and you keep the nuggets, the good nuggets, and you throw out that bad. Like, okay, like you pick peas and put your peas in the bowl and you pick all the bad things out. And you leave all the good. So I look at it like that, y'all. And just like sometimes just only love can lead you to a soup line. You know, nowadays, you know, I mean, even if my grandparents, they loved each other. They had showed us a good example of what a marriage. I would love to have a marriage like my daughter said. I would love to have a marriage like how you and my first marriage, you and Kurt, the first marriage, because you know, for one, we didn't front, but we also didn't let everybody know what was going on in our marriage neither. But you know, like let everyone know. But we when we was going through bad things, we expressed, you know, that we are, you know, kind of like going through some things and stuff like that. But we also see that we get back together. First, we show that we still respect and love one another. We just couldn't at one point that. See, we got another thing I understand. You get two different bodies, separate people. In order for you to, like you said, to grow, become one, there's going to be, the older you get and go through some things, you're going to have your own growth or your own. That's some difficult stuff trying to grow together. When you trying to grow, that's some challenging stuff. So you got to, you know, you got to stop your growth because you got to be in with this person. You know, no. You have your own, own individual, but you grow, become as one. That's what they said. Become as one. Somewhere some growth got to come in at. You know, some way, growth got to come in at. Some way, growth got to come in somewhere. Somewhere, growth got to come in. You know, it's like you're growing. Even people, I even kind of witnessed when my grandmother was changing and going, you know, getting older and stuff like that, you know, before she got sick, whatever. Both of them changed. And even my grandfather, he was 90 years old when he passed away. You know, I had a good example. Even like the women, people in our family. Well, my parents divorced. And I believe that my father, when it became the man, he became a better man when they went together. You know, can y'all believe that? I mean, it was like traumatic for me, my sister. I definitely could say for me. You know, I didn't like seeing my mother. You could feel the unhappiness. You know, they could feel, you know, for the sake of, they just stand just for the sake of us. And I thought that was horrible. As a child, I'm like, I hated that. I missed it. I missed my father when he left. But you know what? I can still be with her. He just different. He just went in the house with her. But I'd rather see them apart. To see them in there to be phony. That's one thing I always never did like. I hated. I did not like phony people. I always liked that when I was growing up. Like a little girl, I don't remember. I just liked the greatness. I want to see. I just wanted to witness the good things, the bad things, everything about somebody. You know, and I don't want don't just feed me the line. You know, don't be just showing me something false. Cause then that makes me go into grow up and thinking, you know, this how it's gonna be, and you know it's not gonna be like that. I mean, it might not be like that. You know, so people try to mimic what their grandparents did, but you know what? Again, these times changed and people changed. People don't not committed or dedicated, whatever, devoted like there used to be. Not just as a togetherness as a whole, but individually. People got their own definition of love. People got their own definition of what dedication means. People got their own definition of what faithful mean. People got their own definition of what did blah blah blah. But if you can marry, you know, I'm a Christian and I'm also a believer. I'm a believer of the God who created this earth, and the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. I'm a believer in it. And now, well, everything that shows now about to discriminate and try to down anybody. This is my opinion. This is what I've seen, observed in my 51 years here on Earth. I can't. You can't continue on walking with your head in the clouds in the sky. You gotta open up your eyes. Open the eye up. Okay. And I just lost my thoughts. I've seen a lot of things that's just like that, and nobody's not trying to offend anybody. You know, if it really hurts you, must be talking about you. Touch it. Maybe it's just touched on something in you, and I don't have nothing to do with that. That's all you have to deal with that. Just but anyway, but I hope that this will bless somebody. This been on my mind and my spirit on this subject, and then my guy like talk about it. We gotta get it out. And I'm here. I am getting out. I'm gotta get it all out because we gotta stop all the man that he's talking about making people feel bad because get a divorce. Like, oh God, you ain't no good. Hey, I'm happy. Like again, I'm happily divorced. If I would have stayed, I've been crazy as hell. We both would have been either that or the resentment towards each other and whatever. It just didn't work. Sometimes it's just not. It move forward, move on. Don't be just a bumping log just the sake of. No, no. Times change. People change. There's nothing wrong with. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having a marriage like your grandparents did, but you had to be individually as an individual. Something had to happen within you for that to happen. Then you all come together. So a lot of people said, like the Bible said that the covenant. If you have a covenant between God and marriage, a lot of people have all sorts of marriage, and there may not have to be a covenant with God. It don't matter if you have a big wedding or small wedding. Like they're like, oh, I ain't gonna get married and not no big wedding, and there gonna be a divorce. No, that have nothing to do with that. I guess unless you talk about you spend all that money on you spend all that money on a wedding and in a divorce. If you talk about that, but if you get married in a corner store, if it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work, boo boo. Sorry, it's not going to work. If it's not there, it's not there. It's like too many people keep putting a round peg into a square box. They just trying to make it fit. Because the reason why they try to make it fit, you got to check your motive. Why you trying to make it fit so much? It's a hidden motive why you trying to make something fit into a circle peg into a square box. You can put that in there and it's really be all tight and stuff. It take a long time trying to put that in there. So stop making people feel bad on divorce. Stop bad mouthing divorces. Now I'm not saying because I'm not an advocate on divorce. I'm an advocate on marriage and love and respect and commitment. All the things that come into it. Don't expect to stay married if you constantly call each other names, and don't expect to stay married down at somebody and you sit there and lay back. Fellas, you sit back and lay back, or women, you sit back and lay back and just think that you don't have nothing to work at. You're not gonna be married long. I'm just saying. No, people. Reason why so many divorces today because time change and some people have too many villages and get to a village. It's supposed to be you and your spouse against this world. And like you take care. I remember people, husband and wife, take care of they in-laws together. Or vice versa, whatever. They do together, do everything together. My grandma always told me when I was coming out, remember, she said, Kim, like if you do things always separate from your husband, you're going to end up separate. You won't have a husband. You know, and she always speak to them older, the older ladies back, the elderlies back then, tell you, hey, fix your man to play. I have some people, I see some women in the church and stuff. No disrespect, that they treat their pastor better than their husband, and then they go home. Maybe their husband not go to church, but all when that's your husband, maybe just he just don't go to church. He's not a bad. That don't mean he's a horrible man. He provide for you, love you, take care of you, whatever, or take care of the household, help take care of whatever, etc., etc. I see a lot of them, but they be home. Women go to home or the church and pray and stuff, blah blah blah. But they take care more. They'll stay all day and take care of their pastor, fix their plate. You know, gotta be careful, cause you doing that, somebody gonna be at home with your husband that had no problem fixing his plate and then some. There's a whole lot of people that had no problem to get to take you, you know, uh, step where you ain't stepping. That's some old school. And then too, don't let nobody be around your man all the time. That's another thing too, or your woman. You know, I know these people nowadays, and that's another thing too. A lot of people into all these different things, and they expect something so sacred. Marriage is sacred. Just it's like to me, it's more sacred than having a child. That's the most sacred thing you could do. That's why I take it so serious. Even though I'm divorced, hey, I can't help it. Hey, but that don't make me don't make me have bad things disrespect divorce. Cause what happened didn't happen. This to me, sometimes people know it's doomsday when he said I do. Come on, keep it real, y'all. Keep it real now. Ain't no future in your front. Um, we can make it, y'all. We can make it. And I truly believe there is longevity in marriage. Just be with the right people. Be with the right people this time. Know that you're right. Learn. If you start picking to the ones that have been married before, okay, it's okay if you don't want to get married again. That's okay. That's cool. That's cool. Just you have to learn from. You take all the goodness and even learn from the bad things, mistakes. Don't take that and expect the next person to just be accepted because what that one person accept, this person might not. The new people not. The person might not accept. Okay, that's not fair to them because everybody's a two different individual. You have to learn. Okay. A lot of people get married also too. They don't want to be alone. It's just all sorts of reasons why people fall into marriage. Some people fall into marriage, get into marriage, yes, and then yes, will lead into divorce. So this is what it is now. Not saying that I'm for divorce, like saying it's okay to be like a high rating of divorce, but that's what it is. That's what it is because I see how these people getting married for the wrong reason. That's why. That's why. I've been blessed to see. I used to be blessed to see from the best. I've seen the good, bad, and the ugly, and they find some way to still love each other. They don't wait till There's some people that think that hey, I could just still stay married. I just live over here, and then I know people that had a whole new relationship, and they've been just separated, live in a whole new place and state and town and for 20 years. They never. I had elders come to me. It's like, well, why you want a divorce for? You gonna get married again? So they feel like divorce when you get married again. That's why. So under that, why you get divorced? Even though y'all don't live in the same house, that's a lot of elders. Not a lot of, but some of the older people feel. A lot of people in the South, like I know, talk to. But anyway, I'm going to end this here because I'm going to test this here, and we're going to have a second segment. Click like and subscribe also to my channel, and please share it. And I really truly appreciate it. And anybody who would like to donate to my channel, they'll make comment below, and or you can reach me. You can email me if you like this chat, whatever, and any questions at Kimberly348@AOL.com or KimmySweet2@gmail.com. I am also a professional bridal consultant as well, and an image consultant. If you have any questions, you would like to donate to my blog talk radio show, may also I would be very appreciative. We will. And anybody who's watching, thank you for showing up, thank you for coming, and thank you for your support and sharing. I'm just really, I have a lot to say sometimes. I've got to make sure I just not all over the place, but I'm about to end this here. Eat breakfast. It's Wednesday morning at 10:26 a.m. on a cold morning in April. How about that? Okay. Let me end this here. Love yourself more than how you love others. Okay? And when you start loving yourself more, like my mother said, you're not going to take no book or jab off nobody. Because when you respect yourself and be committed to yourself, some things, and set some boundaries and morals, when you maturing, start doing more mature things. And try to stay away from bubble gum. Start moving away from, have your conversations be different. Now, don't have the same conversation, type of conversation like when you're 20 and 19. I really don't have conversation with people just like that. I'm 51. Okay. All right. Let me sign off. Take care.